All right. So let's talk about Gil. I get a lot of questions about Gil as far as what's the most efficient way to get it and where to get it. All right. First of all, the where and when to get it is going to be Saturday and Sunday. Okay. The event that allows you to go in unlimited times is the best time to do it. All right. Throughout the week, you can go 3 times a day, and then there's some double days, but you're only going to get to go a couple of times. You're not going to get a whole lot out of it. But you can maximize that with what I'm about to walk you through on the weekdays. Now, on the weekend, um, there's another methodology to it. So let's start with looking at a couple of units that if you don't have them, or if you do have them, like me, when I first started, I kind of put these off to the side because I tunnel visioned on ultra rares, right? It's just kind of what I did. I didn't know a lot about it. I got some guild members that are really knowledgeable on the game and brought this to my attention, and I immediately built them. Um, so these 5 units that you have right here all have the ability Mug, okay? Now, depending on if you want to auto battle the guild farm, which is, I think, the preferable method, right? Like fire and forget kind of thing. Set it up to run with the ability or with the addition that they just added where it bypasses the Whimsy shops and the Chocobos. You can literally push play on this thing, set it down for an hour, hour and a half, go do whatever, real life stuff, right? Come back and all your energy will be expelled and you'll have all these turtles that you can go and sell. All right, that's kind of the preferable method, right? Um, I couldn't imagine wanting to manual battle 1,000 energy several times a day. Like that's your whole day. That's not what I'm about. All right. So you can build a couple of these units to auto battle and still utilize Mug. Okay. These first 4 right here are preferable because if you build them properly, they have a direct path from where they start, only going through one ability before getting to Mug. All right. So if you want them to use Mug in auto battle, you have to be real careful about the spells you unlock. And I'll just give you a quick little look at what I mean by that. All right, so Mia, she has Mug right at the top here. And if I zoom out, you can see that the path to get to it has no other thief spells. This is a subclass thief spell, so she's not going to use it. So the only ones she uses are Steel, Steel Vision, and then Mug. And Steel Vision's not a bad thing to have because it's going to be one of the AP builders with some range, as opposed to just going up and smacking it. All right, so she's got some good move to her coming from Thief lore, and having this AP up is definitely a good one. Okay, so we're going to set Spellblade as her subcommand, and the reason for that is we're not going to pick up a single Spellblade ability. Okay? Reason being is we're trying to mitigate them ever using anything other than Steel. They're going to use Steel Vision, Steel, and Mug. Those are the only things you want them to use in auto battle. All right? So, best case scenario, you put a subclass on them and you don't get any other skills. All right? So, that's the only thing that they'll use. Mia does this. He does it. These 2 units also have a direct path to Mug. I didn't build them though because I like my rainbow shards and they're slightly more expensive than these guys. Now, this dude right here, he also has the ability to get to Mug. The problem with him in auto battle is even if you take the direct path to Mug, it's a melee ability. He is a ranged class. He's going to stick to using things like aim, fire, blackout, and if you get anything else, council, you have to get it to get the Mug. He will opt to use that. All right. So, and then if you want to get to something like Thief Lore, which is the thing that's going to increase the movability, which is pretty big, you're going to add Leg Shot to the list of things that he'll use before using Mug. Furthermore, because he's a range class, he's never going to walk up to these units and smack them. The only way Mug will be utilized with him is if you manual battle. And that's not really what I'm trying to do. All right. So, taking these first 2 units and building them to where they will auto battle Mug is going to get you roughly 40% more gil if you set them to run auto battle for a full 1,000 energy. And in testing, over using about 1,000 energy, you can get around 10 million gil, 10.5, 11. I've seen 12. if you get lucky with the gold turtles. All right. Now, if the other thing that you can do is, because we are on the weekend and we have still 14 hours left, I'm gonna go ahead and grab just another unit or one of my friend units, like this dude right here. I know he's got the mug ability on him. He's built it specifically to do this. So I'm just gonna send these three in here, and we're gonna take a look at. I don't want to auto repeat that right now. We're gonna take a look at the practical application. Okay, so I'm not gonna touch this thing. I'm just gonna let it go, and you'll see that after they get at least one spell in where they can get some AP, they're going to start using Mug. And um, there's a pretty decent probability that they're going to get the medium and small turtles. There's only a 5% chance that you're going to get the large ones, which are about, I want to say, 100,000 gil when they get sold. Okay? So you already saw one of the characters use Mug kind of right off the bat there. The only issue is you can only use Mug 3 times per unit, and there's I've seen it happen many times. Is if the Mug doesn't kill the turtle, another unit's going to come right behind it and use Mug, and of course then there's nothing to steal, so it's kind of an issue. I'm going to speed this up a little bit, just so we can see how much we get out of this one run. And I did prioritize chests. You definitely want to do that. There's a medium one right there, because that's an extra item drop. All right. So we'll just watch this play out real quick. All right, so I've gotten 3 extra already. So you see what I'm talking about, the back-to-back mugs. Once you get mugged once, there's nothing else for you to take from them. And of course, you can throw other units in here. I'm just strictly trying to show you guys how Mug is utilized in auto battle. The only other reason I'm not going to put other units in here is if I want to make the most out of the Mug ability. I don't want anybody else in there that's going to one-shot these units. Okay? If they're dead, you can't Mug them. Not the best course of action. Just a summon, that's awesome. She is terribly weak. Even at level 99, terribly weak. But being weak's not the problem. We want Mug. So you can do some testing of your own to see what, like on average, how many item drops you get. So how many turtles you get between small and medium and large. And then you can kind of compare it to what I'm going to have at the end of this. Kind of see what you get. All right, so that's not bad for one run. 7, 7, and 1, so 100,000 plus whatever this is. So if you set this on auto repeat, obviously if you do auto repeat, you're not going to get the friend to come along with you. But still having just those two is going to get you at least, preferably 6 more drops. If they don't mug back to back the same unit. But if we're talking about maximizing gil, maximizing our energy, and maximizing those days that we don't have unlimited access to the gil farm, it's not a bad idea to just, instead of doing, auto repeat between each battle, pick up a friend that you know has the mug ability attached to it, and then just run these 2 units. Now, of course, that takes a little bit of time. So if I'm auto farming this thing, I'll just go with a big team that I know is going to one-shot everything. And so you can kind of do the math on how long that last run took and how many drops you got, as opposed to how quickly this one is going to get done, but how many fewer drops we're going to get here. Frostblade. I love Gilga, man. I need him to get to 99. So we had 7, 7, and 1 with the muggers, and it took a decent amount of time. So with a team that's going to one-shot everything, they actually decide to get to it. Let's see what we get on average. I'm not even going to get to that other chest. They're going to kill him before it. She's going to shuriken. Yep. I might get it. Nope. Yeah, so I didn't even get one of the chests, but that's okay. For how quickly they can get through this, I'll let that go, just so I can kind of let this thing run and not worry about it. So 7, 7, and 1 as opposed to 4, 3, 1. All right. So if you're talking about efficiency, maximizing your energy, and getting the most out of this event, and weekly, those 2 units, those 4 units actually, Ryuyu, or however you say his name, is not the best unit to use. He's cool, he's powerful, but if you're trying to use him as a mugger, he is not going to use it on auto battle. And that's kind of the end of that. Any other questions regarding Gil? Throw them in the comments and I'll respond specifically to them.